For most of human history, especially in the ancient world, the worship of a god or gods was inseparable from sacrifice. Whether you look at the Romans, the Greeks, the Chinese, the Egyptians, the Israelites, or pretty much any ancient civilization you can find, there you will also find temples, altars, and sacrificial religious worship. And to be clear, humans have sacrificed and worshiped all sorts of things. Anything from animals to plants to other human beings. You may be wondering why this is the case. And honestly, it could be debated. But it doesn't change the fact that it's historically true. One suggestion that I think is reasonable is that maybe humans existing in the world and having naturally looked around have felt an inherent duty to give thanks to whatever brought this all into existence. I think this would have been especially true of those living in the ancient world, who would have been much more attuned and reliant upon nature. And offering as sacrifice to a god some gift provided by nature, such as an animal, plant, or even one's own child, could have been understood as an act of thanksgiving. For instance, if someone freely gave you $1,000 today, a way you could say thank you to that person for the undeserved gift is by freely choosing to offer them to keep 100 of those dollars. By doing so, you're not only benefiting from the gift provided to you by that person, but you are also establishing a favorable relationship with that person by sacrificing a part of that gift to them. As you can see, sacrificially offering something of value in return to one who has provided great value to you can be an act of thanksgiving and a form of giving honor. In fact, it may even be fair to say that the greater the amount offered in return, the greater the act of thanksgiving, and therefore worship. And so, what is the point I'm making? Whereas many Christians today, particularly non-Catholic Christians, believe that all sacrificial worship has ceased, Catholics believe that there is still one ongoing sacrifice being eternally offered to God, of which we can even partake in, and that is the holy sacrifice of the Mass. Catholics believe that the Mass is a mystical participation in the heavenly offering of Jesus Christ, the eternal Son of God, to God the Father. And by attending Mass each Sunday or even each day, Catholics understand themselves to be participating in the one sacrifice of Jesus Christ on Calvary, though having occurred 2,000 years ago in history, existing perpetually in heaven by virtue of our Lord's bodily ascension into heaven as both high priest and victim. Understanding this about Catholic belief is vital to making sense of the distinction between adoration of God and veneration of the saints, including the Blessed Virgin Mary. And this is because Catholics only offer sacrifice to God. Catholics do not make sacrifices to Our Lady or to any other saint. Yes, we honor them in ways that may appear superficially similar to the ways we honor God at times, but we will never offer sacrifice to them as if they are the creator. That would be idolatry.